Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast, a very special edition of the Monday Morning Podcast. And as promised, this special edition, I got not one, not two, but two special guests. It's always got to be three. With me are not only two phenomenal comedians, great-looking guys, but also the guys I made the hit short film from the Tribeca Film Festival, if I could be so bold, the movie Cheat. I have actor-producer Robert Kelly.
Hello.
Star of Torgasm,
yes.
Star of Stage and Screen. What's that other movie you did? Where you ran? Remember you ran down the street? Ran through the park and you went by and you ran into
Ghost
the
Town.
Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
I've done Ghost Town and Louis show.
Lucky Louie. He's all over
Not Lucky, Louis, just
Sorry.
Louis. FX.
Louis, sorry. The Louis Show. I hear nothing but great things about that. We're going to get back to you in a moment. And then we have the teen idol sensation from the Opie and Anthony program, fresh off his shoot off of Teen Beat magazine. We have the director and star of the movie Cheat, Joe DeRosa over there.
I like that. I like how you did the director second.
Oh, you like
the
that?
Headliner, yeah.
You like that? That's right. That feeds your fucking ego.
I like that fucking neurosis actually took my iced coffee and put it way over there so it would be on a coaster.
Yeah, it's got to be on a coaster, Bob.
Yeah,
Those
basically,
rings.
for the listeners, I am staying in Joe's place here, and Joe is such a fucking neat freak, dude. I am like paranoid. Like, if you leave anything down for more than 2 seconds, he has to pick it up and then set it in its place. He's like, Joe, you really...
Yeah, I got an OCD thing going. It's not healthy, I know.
I was here one day. I took the clock off the wall and hit it.
I would love
To this day, I don't know when that happened. Like, I don't remember finding the clock and rehanging it.
Because you're neurotic. You have OCD. You just do it. You just found it and hung it back up. It meant nothing to you.
It's in my programming.
Where could you hide it? This place is so fucking
I hit
immaculate.
it right behind that. I hit it right behind there, in between some records. And then I took that shitty vase that he leaves on the table. So when chicks come over and they're like, "Oh, he's artsy,"
I respect that.
The vase.
You got to do what you got to do to get in there.
That's true, but you can always take it off when your friends come over. I hid that in the couch, and then I hid something else somewhere.
Well, when my friends come over, I will take it off. Oh,
Jesus. Joe, let me ask you, what exactly, that was like a phenomenal joke in your head. What is the, look at his DVDs.
Yep.
I'm sure you have an entire system there. Is
Yeah.
there comedy?
Well, live performance on the top shelf. Then you got horror that bleeds into sci-fi, that bleeds into action fantasy, that bleeds into drama, that bleeds into documentary, that
right,
bleeds
now
into
Say
Sorry.
bleeds into one more time. I'm going to hit you with this microphone.
If you were dating a supermodel, Joe,
Yes.
okay, let's just have a major hypothetical here.
Okay.
I know in your world it's doable.
It's happening, Bill. We get that first film out. I'm going to be in that director's chair with a 10 on my lap.
Can I just say something real quick?
Well, no,
They're not in that order.
Yes, they are.
That's in order of how he fucking gives pep talks in life. Joe doesn't live. If you have problems, Joe will give you psychological experiences from movies. It's just like, dude, it's like when in Pulp Fiction, you remember Bruce Willis? It's like, what the fuck? It's not even your life.
He does do that. He goes, come on, Bill. This is the fucking Goodfellas moment where Ray Liotta goes, and what happened? She goes around and she makes a fucking call from the house phone.
Remember when Adrian was running the ring and the hat fell off? That's the same thing, dude. Your wallet fell out of your pocket, but you were running to see your girl.
And you know what that reeks of? An unbelievably sad and isolated childhood. Joe, let's open up about that, Joe.
All right. What do you want to know?
When did you realize that you weren't going to be the hip swinger that you are today? Was it during elementary school? At what point did you know your place?
I realized it when I invited the neighborhood kids over to swim in my parents' pool, and the neighborhood bully beat me up in my own backyard with my mom in the kitchen, like an earshot.
For what? Because he had a pool and his parents were broke?
He's just a dick. He was just he was just a dick. And and then I remember my mom coming out and having to throw the bully out of our own backyard. I thought it was gonna. I thought I was I thought I was saddling up to the tough kid. Like, I'll invite him in. He won't pick on me anymore. And no, he turned right on me in my own house. That's balls, man.
So that was doubly emasculating for you, huh? You had kids over,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
still got the shit kicked out of you. And then your fantasy that you were going to kick the fuck out of him didn't happen, and your mother had to come in and be the bouncer in your life, Joe.
Well, the fantasy that he didn't have a fantasy of kicking the shit out of he had a fantasy of the movie Bodyguard, the guy actually becoming his buddy, them getting a motorcycle, rebuilding it.
Finding that carburetor
Yeah.
in the junkyard.
Yeah, I thought that's what was going to
Joe
happen.
riding on the back with his arms around his chest.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be like his little sidekick. Yeah. Did you hear what he said, Bubsy? You know? And yeah, it never happened.
That explains your behavior in bars. Why you always talk shit. If you're in a big enough group, you will talk shit as you back out. He's one of the great shit talkers in bars while backing out. It's sort of his version of the moonwalk. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You don't want to do this shit. Right out the goddamn door. Well, let's talk about the film here. Who's kidding who? We can hang out and shoot the shit anytime we want. We're in the Tribeca Film Festival. Let's go around the room and let's hear the delusional fantasies of what you hope this film will do for you. We'll start with you, Robert Kelly.
Well, I hope that Bobby sees it. And
De Niro, of course.
of course. Well, I call him Bobby because I'm in the festival.
You did go to one party.
I did go to a party that we went. First of all, I didn't want to go to the party. You two made me go to the party.
That's right.
Then Joe comes into the party, says, I can actually go. I'll go with you. We go there. It winds up being this fantastic, great time. It's unbelievable.
Scorsese was there.
Scorsese was there. Elton John was there. Leary was there.
Did you get to meet any of those people?
Well, I wanted to walk over. I walked over and tapped Leary on the shoulder and said, hey, what's up? He was like, hey, what's up? You know, to me and Joe. And then I wanted to go over, and he was over smoking a butt because he's a fiend.
Did you go over and shake Elton John's little meaty, stubby fingers? He always talks about his fingers aren't long enough to play the piano. And then took your business card and stuck it between his front teeth. I'm doing things, kid.
I don't know if you heard about this movie Cheat, but you will.
Yeah, it's funny.
Was he dressed in a Donald Duck outfit?
No, he
was dressed in a regular suit, but he was wearing literally like they look like the ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz. Like it was
shit.
Totally normal, awesome suit, and then his shoes had sequins all over him. And I was like, that's why he's Elton John. Like,
the funniest part, though, is Dennis Leary had to host it. He had to open up the show. And look, did you see that? Did you see it?
Well,
I did that intentionally just to see if it...
Oh, Bobby put the iced coffee near the mixer, and Joe immediately... Actually, I respect that, Joe. That's just for the radio show. But you got to admit, if you just had a newspaper here from today, you'd move it. It's going to get it wet.
Then Leary went up in true comic form. I mean, he's Leary. Everybody knows him, but he still went up, and these kids were on stage, and he was just meandering, and he kept on going, give it up for the kids. And then the guys were breaking down the stage, give it up for these guys. They're working hard. Give it up for them. He had nothing. And then he did one joke about Meatloaf that kind of hit, and he did it again, and it was like, you could just see him fucking flounder. It never ends.
There's just there's no dignity. You would think that because you're Dennis Leary, you could walk into that hell room situation and it could just turn all around, and it isn't. You're excited for half a second. Oh, yeah, there's that guy from that awesome show, and I'm going back to my fucking beet salad here.
Oh, he probably had the confidence going up there. Then 100 kids from PF 17, whatever shit school with fluorescent green shirts on, all climbed up on stage and took over. Yeah,
so I want to hear about what did you guys? I would have probably had heart palpitations if I saw Scorsese.
Man, it was really cool. It was like weird seeing him in real life, but then it wasn't like we watched him talk about film for an hour. He just introduced the movie, so you were just like, oh fuck, there's Scorsese introduced. So
how soon did your ego kick in? Where you're like, well, I'm a filmmaker too.
It didn't.
It didn't. Wow.
No, dude.
You know why? No, he was cold. We had to leave.
It was an outdoor event. It was freezing. It was
wasn't
really
freezing.
cold outside.
I heard nobody else shivering except for him.
It wasn't freezing to Bob. It wasn't freezing to natural 7 layers over here. Fucking cold to me.
Wait a minute. 9 minutes in, the first fat joke. Here we go. Hey, you going to take that?
I might not be in shape.
What's the world coming to?
Joe, you are just a shape, okay? You're not healthy. There's nothing about you that physically is appealing. You're fat. You're fat without being fat.
Joe, you know what, Bobby? You really fucked with me when we were doing the levels for this. Bobby came over here just totally mellow. He already meditated. He ate a bran muffin. And I'm going, Bob, do the levels. He's like, test.
You're adjusting your level, though.
Testing. No, I'm not.
You just stepped on that funny
No,
little...
this is Bobby's.
Oh, that's Bobby.
Yeah,
Oh, you put yourself in the third hole,
Yeah,
Bill.
there you go there,
Look
Bob.
at you stepping back.
I'm here.
Look at Joe, the control freak over there. Dude, I know what's going. We got it, Joe. You
I
edited
would've-
the movie. Just relax. It's over.
I would have thought you plugged yourself in the first hole, that's all.
Listen, Joe. I want to know why Bob was totally warm and you weren't. Now that I'm looking at your fucking adolescent Will Ferrell torso. He really is. You're Will Ferrell in about 1992, right before he booked SNL, so he's still sort of starving, yet eating cheeseburgers.
He gives me hope. I'm like, if that guy can make it with that torso, I got a shot.
Oh, my God. We were over here.
He has like a female mummy body, just where the tits are dried up and sagged. Oh, right.
Zingers! Get your zingers! Get your hot zingers!
Come on, female mummy was hard to say.
Bob, do you know how bad I wanted to laugh at Joe in that moment? You really let me down.
I'm sorry, it happens.
It was the reserve shoot.
That's why these podcasts are good, man. It's live. It's happening. There's no editing.
And he's holding the mic closer to his mouth. He just completely fucked me. You know what, Bob? I hope you distorted this entire time. You sound like
Sorry.
a goddamn cyborg.
Right there. Here we go.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So yesterday we actually we had on Netflix and we watched The Other Guys. Dude, Will Ferrell is fucking hilarious. Every fucking movie he does, that guy's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember when I was on the road, I went and I saw Blades of Glory because
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be an absolute hunk of shit. I don't know how to write a movie. It's not going to be any more basic than this. And I had my little notepad, like I was going to take notes, not realizing that they turn the lights out during movies, even though I'd been to a zillion of them. And I went in there, and he was fucking hilarious.
Oh.
Still a shit movie, but he somehow still was funny
He was
within
funny.
it.
He was funny in that movie, Travel to the Center of the Earth. What was that movie?
Oh, and he had that big
Land of the
welt
Lost?
on the side
Yeah, Land of
his
the
leg.
Lost. I mean, that movie I thought was going to just suck. Going to be him jumping the shark, but he's hilarious when he's just running
Yeah.
through the middle of the fucking desert. Ah!
No, you know what he does that's great is he's able to adjust what he's doing to the other person.
Yeah.
So if the other person's going way big, he can bring it down. If they go big, he can bring it up. I think that guy's the shit.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And on our next, we're going to send him an offer the next time we make another 12-minute movie.
Yeah.
You know, the difference between doing this podcast and my podcast is that I can talk about trash famous people and fucking just trash anybody because no one's going to hear it.
Right.
I'm actually nervous about talking shit about certain people because people probably actually listen to this podcast.
So this podcast is actually doing very well.
All right.
I finally checked out the numbers.
What are you?
I don't want to brag here, Bobby, but I'm doing really well.
What is it?
I got about 860 people listening to this, Bob, worldwide. I got a couple people in Poland. Somebody in Sri Lanka. Why do I keep saying Sri Lanka?
I don't know.
I just like it.
Somebody in Iceland and Newfoundland who actually help you buy these microphones. They sent you money.
Oh, no. This is kind of all out of pocket. I just added a donation button, and I was very surprised. People donated. They were unbelievably generous. And look at me paying it forward. Look at that, people. You hit the donation button. What do you get? Not only do you get an extra podcast this week, you get 2 celebrities.
Oh.
2 breakout stars at the Tribeca Film Festival 2011. Robert Kelly and Joe DeRosa, fresh off his acquittal of that 17-year-old in fucking Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Jesus. Would you stop? Say that's not true.
That really fucks with Joe when you say
Please
shit
say
like
that's
that.
not true.
No, Joe.
All right.
Joe
You
is...
banged a 17-year-old?
No.
Oh.
Stop. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
I'm just asking questions.
No, holding a hand, that's the thing. He
Okay.
held hands with her romantically, which is technically still on the books statutory rape. It's like one of those towns
Would you
where,
stop?
where they still have those laws you can't walk a pig
That's not funny.
down the right side of the street
Yeah.
at 2 in the morning. So
That's
Joe,
not funny.
Joe was holding her hand.
Right.
He said that she mentioned that, she was getting her class ring for high school and she had big knuckles, so it was weird to try to get a ring on. So Joe was examining her hand, and her chaperone saw it. And then Joe gets up. I wasn't trying to fuck her. When he finally flipped out. So it was a whole case. I fronted him the money. I sent him some, I sell DVDs after my show. I sent some cash. I made it go away.
Right.
I made it go away, Bobby.
That's good, man.
Oh, Joe's getting wise. He's getting wise. He was taking the bait at first. This isn't funny. We just became Joe. Did you feel like you were back at your pool party when you were 7 years old, getting your head
did a
bounced
little
off
bit,
the
you know.
fence?
You guys saying mean things for no reason, Hey,
Bobby, be honest. Be honest with yourself, because I'm going to be real honest.
Yeah.
If when you were a kid, if Joe lived on your block, you would have beat him up, right?
I would have took his moped.
I would have broke his big wheel right in front of him.
I would have took every lunch ticket he ever got.
Oh, Joe, you look pained over there.
No, I'm just listening.
You know, his face got all red and his glasses would steam up, which made it even funnier. I remember when I was a kid, we tied this kid to a tree and threw fireworks at him. Like, that's what we would have done to Joe.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I actually took a kid's moped.
That's it right there, Joe. You're not wired into the fucking animal that you really are. You're actually, you know what Joe is? Joe is a higher being when it comes to shit like that. You and me, we're just a couple of fucking cavemen.
I took a kid's moped back in the day and a CD player. When CD players first came out, he was like a rich kid. He was an only child. And
he had something you didn't?
Yeah, so it's his fault.
He had love and electronics.
Yes. And in college, I get into the English class. We go around the room. Hey, hi, how you doing? I'm Robert. Blah, blah, blah. And I look at him. I notice him. Like, hey, what's up, man? You remember me? He goes, I remember you. Just still hated me. This was in college. I was 13 when I did that.
Dude, I can relate to that because I lived with this motherfucker for 3 years.
I would just...
Bobby's like most movies. Like, it's the first 2 acts are incredible.
Yeah.
And then the third act comes.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I just want to be walking down the street and watch this kid clip Bobby behind the fucking ear. And then you go, it was revenge for the CD player.
And here's where it turns on Bobby. And by the end of this podcast, we'll be on Billy.
Oh, you think I don't realize that's coming? Just take your turn, Bob. I lived with Bobby. You know what? I promised my listeners that I was going to tell that story. This is Bobby. This is fucking like we did have a lot of good times. So one time I had an audition for the Conan O'Brien show, and this was the second time I was going to do it. So this is probably like 98 or 99. So I'm living with Bob in this railroad apartment. We got a walk-through bedroom that we're sort of sharing, and then the guy who owns the place, like, it was. You know what? As fucked up as the living conditions were, I mean, we were both paying like $175 a month to live in Manhattan, so it really wasn't that bad. So I had this audition.
Like you could actually see through the floor, though. Sometimes you'd look down, and the super would be looking up into the living room,
the basement. Yeah, when we used to give him shit.
What do you mean you could see through the floor?
There was a hole in the floor.
The floorboards were so separated. The only reason why you couldn't see the basement is because they didn't turn the light on. When you walked by, you just saw this black hole. And when they would go down there to fix something, they turned the light on. And this guy was Polish. So Bobby used to give him shit because the economy was good back then. He would be America number 1, Poland number 7. He used to yell
7?
He said something. But it used to fucking legitimately piss this guy off. So they used
That's funny, man.
And they would be shoving, whatever, like a
broomsticks,
fucking screwdrivers through the fucking hole. I'm going to fucking kill you.
To be funny, or were they really angry?
Yeah, they were both.
A little bit of both. Because they were number 7, and we were number 1 back then.
Those were the days.
Yeah,
those were the days.
Yeah, when Clinton deregulated the banks. Oh, yeah, those were the days. When he signed NAFTA and sent all the factories out of this country.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right, Jesse the Body, relax.
Fucking beautiful mind.
Hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He goes, Jesse the Body. That's not conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
it's
he
true.
is.
No, what I'm saying isn't. If I said that 9/11 was an inside
but
job.
This is the track we're going down.
I get it.
This
You know
is
what?
Phil. He'll talk about banks, how you can't have money in a bank.
Hey,
banks are screwing you. Mortgage, you're
Hey,
fucked.
Joe.
And then you go, all right, what do I do? Nothing. I have no idea.
He yelled at me once before when we were doing Uninformed at XM still.
Right.
It was like
And this
4
is
years
where
ago.
it switches on Billy.
4 years ago.
And I'm sitting here taking
He yells at me before.
I'm being a sport.
It's like we're like 2 years into the... We're like 2 years into the fucking show, right? It's like our whatever episode. And we're sitting there trying to figure out what we're going to. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. And he's going, dude, this is what I want to talk about, okay? Fucking bankers, okay? And I go, Billy, I can't talk about the fucking bankers anymore. I don't want to. He goes, what do you want to fucking talk about then, dude? You don't want to talk about anything.
Joe, take the mic away. You be a professional.
No, it's not that I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to talk about the fucking bankers anymore. Dude, you had a fucking crazed look in your eyes back then when you would get all those banker tirades.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was it. I thought it was a wrap.
No,
I
but what I did was no. I still believe that shit, but what I realized there's nothing I can do. I tapped out. I got a fucking dog. I got some gold coins. I'm talking my girl into letting me get a pistol. I'm going to start growing some zucchini.
You should
talked
be the
to me
last
for
guy
an
with a
hour
pistol.
one day.
What are you talking about?
You talked to me for an hour one
I'll
day.
just wave it around and scare people.
You talked to me for an hour one day about the banking situation that scared the fuck out of me so bad. I was literally, I was like, what the fuck? And I go, what do I do?
And I'll tell you what's the sad
and you
thing
said,
is it's all true.
You go, Nothing. You can't do shit.
Can't do
I got to go. I'll talk to you later.
I'll tell you the classic. I can't even fucking believe this. Joe was all excited at the end of his show. And we really have to dance around this topic. But at the end of his show, because of the fucking thing you showed him, so you can accept credit cards.
Yeah.
You fucking guys.
Yeah.
I just want to take both your heads.
He described the downfall of Western civilization because I'm using a credit card
I
swipe
didn't.
on my fucking iPhone.
Dude,
Jesus
you're
Christ.
idiots. Dude, cash.
It's
All right, and we lost. We lost the battery power. Joe was yelling, "It's a joke," screaming into the mic. Joe, if you're going to yell, just do me a favor so I don't have to fucking try to adjust the levels in
Put it really
GarageBand.
close to my mouth?
Yeah, there you go. And just scream right into it
Okay.
so it redlines and they can't
What
hear
is that case you
what
have on
you
your
say.
phone, Bob?
This is a charger. It charges it double, so you can.
We really just fucked with our listeners because we were just screaming, and now we're over the fight.
Yeah.
But we lived through it in real time, so we got to hear it come down, but they didn't. He was going, "It's a joke," and it just cuts out, and then all of a sudden it goes back to, "Hey, Bobby, what's that thing you have on your phone?"
Yeah, what is that thing?
It's a charger. You put your phone into it, and it charges it, but it has double charge, so you can charge your phone once and twice.
You know what's funny about Bob? He's so into electronics. He is, in my world, he has shit that I won't have until about 2016. He's like Yankee Stadium to me. You don't get that. It's a sports reference.
No, I get it. The Yanks, the Bronx Bombers.
Bronx Bombers.
Yeah.
The old fucking, the Yankee Clipper.
The Derek Jeter, A-Rod.
Yeah.
Fantastic players. Phenomenal men that have ever, the best men that have ever
Joe,
graced the game.
what do you think this year in baseball? You know, it's very competitive in the American League East. I was wondering, who's your top pick?
Well, Bill, my top pick, and they're underdogs, but I've got to go with the A's because the A's have what I call a frontline game. They drive hard and they run deep. So I think they're going to come to the plate. I think they're going to fire out hard, and they're going to bring it home this year.
What do you think about MMA? What's your
MMA, I've always loved Hoyt Gracie.
Hoyt?
Hoyt.
He's got a name, though.
I call him Hoyt.
Hoyt.
Hoist Gracie is what you call visceral. He steps into the ring.
Visceral.
He knows his goals.
Right.
He doesn't just attack his opponent. He dances with his opponent.
Talk about some of his submission moves. Out of all of his different submissions that he does, what's one of your favorites?
I've always liked the crapper is a good one. That's a good one. Splinter is fantastic.
What was one of your favorite fights that he did with who?
I mean, when he fought.
Blackjack Mulligan. It's all just becoming wrestling.
I'm happy that you came through with a name. I couldn't think of yeah.
No, because when you said the split, when you were talking about him, all his things sounded like wrestling finishing moves. The splinter.
The splinter.
The hammer.
The people's elbow. How great was it? The Rock
So
was
anyways,
back.
if people are just tuning in, I'm saying this is streaming live. If your wife just came walking in and she was wondering what you were cackling about, we're hyping our film here, Cheat, that's in the Tribeca Film Festival. And with that, let's get back to the podcast because that was a bad time to hype it because you guys were talking about how The Rock came back.
Oh, it was awesome. Oh, it was fucking awesome. Did you
Finally,
see it?
The Rock has come back.
Yeah, it was awesome. The best part of WrestleMania.
Joe, do you like
for me-
pancakes? Do you like pancakes?
I'll do it for you. Ask me.
Do you like pancakes, Bill?
You know what?
It doesn't matter what you like.
Why wouldn't you play along, Joe?
Because he stinks.
Because I know it's coming.
Oh, you know why
Yeah.
he wasn't? Because he's wearing a purple T-shirt.
Yeah, that's not really
why.
purple. It's grape.
Purple Joe. Purple Joe.
No, that was the best part of WrestleMania was when they're doing the thing with the off-campus manager now, the unknown manager of
yeah.
of the WWE. So in the middle, did you watch it?
I watched The Rock. I just watched
When
him
they do that thing where in the middle of the match it goes doo-doo-ding, and they're like, "We've received an email from our anonymous manager," and then Rock goes over the laptop and he goes, "As anonymous manager of the WWE, I think." And dude, he doesn't even have to say it. He just fucking looks up. The place is going ape shit, waiting for him to do it. And Bobby, I'm sitting there watching Bobby. Bobby goes, "What? What? Why are they cheering?" And Dawn, his wife, goes, "Bobby, it doesn't matter what he thinks." And I'm like, "Bob, how did you not know that?" And then, of course, he screams it and breaks the fucking laptop. Oh, it was awesome.
Oh, I thought he was going to be that he thinks that you absolutely suck. I thought he was going to go that. He's got so many of them. This is one thing that made The Rock unbelievable that he was, beside the fact, but best performer I ever saw post Ric Flair is the fact that he was prolific. how he just kept coming with new jokes every week. Dude, there was nothing better than late 90s. What was it, 98, 99? Remember that?
2000,
Dude, we
yeah.
used to take nights off from stand-up. And we
stay
would
home.
to stay home and watch Monday Night Raw. And we'd have Keith on the phone or Patrice or something. And we would just be screaming, laughing. And I wasn't even into wrestling. Those guys, Keith, Patrice, and Bobby, got me back into it. I mean, I hadn't watched it since Greg the Hammer Valentine and
I was in
Bruno
college.
Sammartino.
SmackDown was every Thursday, and I was in college. Thursday was a huge bar night in my college. They had all the drink specials and shit. So we would set the VCR back when you had to fucking do that.
With the timer and all that.
And
How great was it when you figured out how to do that?
Oh, it was great. To tape SmackDown, we'd go to the bar, we'd get hammered, and we'd come home at like 2 a.m. and put the SmackDown tape in. Just trash, screaming at the TV. Oh,
But
we'd start wrestling in the fucking apartment.
But nobody.
Trash cans
I mean,
off
The
their
Rock
heads.
has
Oh,
the
blessed.
full package. He's big, he's good looking, and he's got mic skills.
Dude, you know what I
Yeah.
remembered? I remember we wanted to do. The Rock was so big, we actually contemplated if I was hosting a show or Bobby was hosting a show, we were going to go up and do Rock's finishing move. Remember that shit when he would get you in? What
Yeah, the
was it?
people's elbow.
Not the people's elbow.
Rock bottom.
The
The
rock
rock
bottom,
bottom.
okay.
We were trying to figure out a way down at the Boston Comedy Club. We just finally decided that wooden stage would not would not work.
It was 2 by 2.
We were gonna, on earlier in the week. We were going to have some fake argument, and was going to come up there. And we were just going to get, when he would get you in the rock bottom, then would look at the crowd, and then you just jump up with him. Was going to slam me down. I just knew better.
How upset would you get? Because it would happen once in a while where he'd get a guy in the rock bottom, and he was just about to do it, and then the guy would reverse it and rock bottom the rock. That would make me so angry when that happened.
He's so good. I actually follow him on Twitter, Team Bring It, because I'm part of Team. And I actually
you part of Team
remember I
Bring It?
bought that shirt. I had the Bring It shirt, and I cut the
No,
sleeves
because
off.
I would still be giving you shit if
Dude,
I saw you in that.
Oh, I think you were in L.A. full time at that time, right at the end of the apartment. I cut the shirt and cut the sleeves off.
Oh, by the way, Bobby came out to L.A. and went on a hike with me and Nia and my dog. He ended up walking the dog at the end of it.
Yeah.
I was out there. I had the flu. I was in a hotel room the whole time when you guys were out gallivanting around the fucking...
How did you like my dog? Is that a beautiful dog?
Beautiful
or what?
dog. If I were to get a dog, I think the next dog I get when one of my dogs dies, which is a few years, is a British bulldog or what do they call
I know
them?
that you were telling me. You told Blue Nose Pit Bull.
Blue Nose Pit Bull. I just like them because they look the muscle. They got muscle. They look like a horse.
Yeah, that's what she looks
It's like a horse, like a little mini horse. Just a badass
What does
dog.
it look like, Bob?
A mini horse.
Horse.
A horse.
No, I was psyched. Bob he's really good with dogs.
Yeah.
And she took right to him.
Yeah, but they actually went and did the whole hike. I stayed at the bottom at a little...
Well, first of all, Bob didn't have any hiking gear, and we were also on flat land, and he was already getting winded. So
Yeah. And
we actually dropped him off at a restaurant.
They dropped me off at a restaurant
At
at
a
the bottom of
healthy
the hill.
restaurant.
Yeah, and I sat on the curb and smoked cigarettes and talked on my cell phone. And everybody was looking at me like a piece of shit.
No, they weren't, Bob. That
It was like
low
a
self-esteem.
You're not
They
supposed
loved
to
you.
smoke in the front. There's a sign. I was smoking in front of a sign that says "No smoking" in the whole
and people
valley.
actually respect it out there. Out here, it's like you're putting your cigarette out on the no smoking sign.
I didn't see
Nobody
it.
gives a shit.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good little
That
restaurant.
was an
too.
East Coast, West Coast joke.
Okay.
So this movie, Joe, you
Yes.
went to we didn't get to go Saturday night to the premiere. And just to let everybody know, it's a short. It's not a a lot of people think it's a feature-length movie.
Yeah.
It's a 15-minute short. We produced. Can you stop with your fucking OCD?
Yeah, quit cleaning up, Joe.
Stop
You can
cleaning
clean
up,
in the
and
end.
you fucked up. You're grabbing wires now.
Something's it's fine. This is you got to
No,
learn.
it's not
You got
fine.
to learn how to deal with this, dude. This is a press conference right now. You got to keep talking about the movie, dude. Pretend this is like the cameras.
No, if
going
I was
on.
in a press conference and you started cleaning the table, I'd tell you to stop.
Yeah, Joe. You got to relax.
No, I pretend like I'm like paparazzi. This is training for you. You got to just fucking tunnel vision
Joe,
it, dude.
quit
You gotta
trying
do
to
the mission.
fucking mind fuck us here.
Yeah.
You're out of your...
Yeah, quit trying to mind fuck me. It's my house. I'll clean all I want. How about that?
Because we're trying to do a show.
Yeah.
You're moving coffees. You're sweeping crumbs off
I
the
get it.
table.
I get it.
Yeah, it stinks. Stop
All right,
it.
well-
We're
Yeah.
guests. We have more rights than you.
You know
and
what
we're
It
guests.
basically means that you're paying less attention to the conversation
Thank
that's
you,
going
Billy.
on here.
Yes.
You're too busy. You're
You
dealing
think
with
I haven't heard
cleaning
this
up.
fucking speech 800 times in the last week?
What, him hyping the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
I've been
hyping
doing radio with him all week. I know what he's saying. man.
He did
So what?
one.
These are
I was
new
at the
listeners.
premiere. I was there.
He
Joe
did one
DeRosa is
podcast.
difficult to work with.
He really is, and that's going to be his fucking downfall. He's wordy and he's difficult to work with.
Listen,
Okay.
Joe, he's trying to set you up to talk about you.
Yes.
Why would,
I was going to set you up for the big
okay, well, in that
fucking
case,
night,
all right, I'm
and you're
listening.
cleaning the table.
No, now I'm listening.
So let me get you back on track. See, as stand-up comedians, one of the great things about performing live
Yes.
is that if it starts to go bad, you can adjust. You can do something about it. So my big fear, and still, even though the film's already killed, is going down there and sitting there, and if it's not going well, that powerless feeling that I can't hit stop, I can't fix something, that would have freaked me out. So I was really interested, Joe, to hear, as you're sitting there,
Yes.
knowing that our film is going on last after seven other short films,
Yes.
all of which are going to be awesome because they're in this fucking huge festival.
Yes.
They probably made other films before.
Yes.
They've been in festivals. They know what they're doing.
They have those
We're-
glasses that says,
Yeah.
I know how to make a film.
They have
Yes.
those beards that don't connect.
Yes.
That I've made many films
Many
before
films
this.
before.
Yeah.
And we've never done it. We're comics.
Yes.
And we finally got our shit together, joined forces, put our minds together, our creativity, and our moolah, and our
egos
talents.
told us that we were awesome, but now we're going to find out.
And then we
How
put it all
nervous
together.
Are you? How nervous are you?
I got to be honest. I was much more excited than nervous. Nervous is, it would
But you
stand.
told me you saw a couple of films. You were like,
Yeah,
oh, no, shit.
if you let me finish my story the way I was going to tell
He's
it.
got
Bill.
an attitude, difficult to work with. I mean,
know.
you're interviewing him. Would you
But
talk
Joe,
to somebody
we
from
only, we only
E
got an hour
like
here,
that?
Joe. We got an hour
Yeah,
here.
let me tell you. You're asking me.
Hold the mic away if you're going to yell, you
Oh,
fucking amateur.
You remember when Bobby was screaming rock things directly in the mic? You didn't yell at him.
No, because he
No,
said,
he pulled
"Don't."
it away, and I
no,
also
he-
adjust his level. You, Joe, you're eating the mic.
You're right
Jesus.
back in that pool.
You know what's bad too?
You're back in
Another
that
two,
backyard with
where-
that pool.
Joe, that I don't like about you as a man. You didn't
What?
just fucking deal with that. You tried to throw him under the bus.
Yeah,
you pulled
yeah,
a
yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Jack fucks
Can I
around
just
on
say
his wife
something,
too.
That's what you do,
Can I go
too.
back too? Just 1 second, both of you. You know what?
I just get that
I don't
piece
hate
of
this
lint
bully
off
in
the side of your
the
fucking
bully
head?
in the fucking pool.
Good.
You probably pulled this shit with him too.
Yeah.
You were probably busting his balls, and he was trying to keep cool, trying to enjoy the pool, trying not to choke
Whose
you
balls
out.
am I busting?
And then he fucking snapped.
His
Whose
ego
balls
He
am
kicked
I
probably
in.
were cleaning up around the pool. He probably put his Coke down on the table, and you're like, dude, can you please
Hey
not do that?
guys, did you get all your alpha male juice out of your systems now? You good? Did you trash
You've
your
already
buddy?
tried that. You've already tried
Are
this.
you good now?
Joe, we were
Are you
trying
good?
to set you up to make you
and I
look
was
good.
trying to answer
And
you.
you were sweeping off the table.
No, I'm trying to answer your question. You're.
When Joe tells a story, they should play, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Back in 1982, she'll be coming around.
Don't put the mic
Oh,
down.
he's quit.
He quit. You don't quit.
Joe
You
quit
don't
the
tell
podcast.
you the fucking story. You want to hear the story? Or do you want to break
4 years
balls?
of doing a podcast, I never had somebody put the mic down.
Wow.
You want to break balls? You want to hear the story?
That was the no mas
Oh, my
moment.
God.
He put the mic down like
Yeah.
Joey Behar. He was going to walk out. All we need is Whoopi here.
Joe, you fucking.
No, not
You
like Whoopi. It's
quit.
not my show. This is my show. This is your show.
Oh, it'd be like if Bill O'Reilly walked off. Whatever,
Yeah.
Joe. You know what I'm saying. You quit.
Go ahead.
Let's get
done.
some.
It's
No, it's
done.
not. It's a
All right,
podcast.
you know what? Forget it. Bobby, what do you hope's going to happen?
I hope that this movie actually somebody sees it from the festival. I hope we're up for competition, which is we keep forgetting we're in competition. We could win an award. If we win an
Bobby,
award,
we're only competing with ourselves.
that's true. If we win an award, we get to put one of those little leafy things
Do you know
in
how
front
bad
of the
I
film.
want to win an award?
Oh.
You know these people when they win an Oscar, they're like, "What are you gonna do with it?" Oh, I got it in my bathroom.
No,
I would
no.
have that fucking thing hanging from it
We
like an
don't- I don't
invisible
think-
string.
There's no physical award. We don't win like a trophy.
Well, we don't know the answers to anything that you're saying right now. You're completely making all this up, 100%.
They got to have awards.
We're in competition. There could be a physical trophy. We don't know.
There has to be
All right.
one.
Well, if there's one physical trophy, who's it going to?
Well, maybe
Look,
me,
look,
since
look,
I was
no.
the one there
Let's-
for everything.
Let's see, there he goes.
For everything?
He did everything.
You wouldn't be here if it
No.
wasn't for us.
Oh, no, Joe did
premiere,
everything.
I mean.
You wouldn't
Joe,
fucking.
For the premiere.
Joe did
Oh,
everything.
God
No, it's not what
damn
I
it.
said.
He did
Oh, he
everything.
really
You know what?
did.
Just so he doesn't cry if there is one
Yep.
trophy,
Yeah,
we'll
you
give
get
it to
it.
Joe.
You can
Yeah,
have
I don't
it.
want it.
No,
I don't
no,
need
you
it.
can
I
have
already
it.
You
got
can
my trophy,
fucking-
Bill.
Yeah.
My trophy was the hard work.
You
Yeah,
can sit
yeah.
there and
Oh,
and fucking spoon with it.
oh, he really stinks.
It's just, it
just
was
awful.
fun. It was fun. And
It was
then,
good.
And then what happened? We tried to set him up for a story, and then he quits the show.
I didn't
And
quit.
now
I
he's-
was saying,
now he's
Now he's
whining
winning
about
awards.
all the work he did.
Now he's winning
You guys
awards.
are so predictable.
We
I get
just
what
sho-
you're
well, we
doing.
did, but we
I
just
get
showed up
it.
with a couple of Hawaiian shirts on.
I get it. I get what you're doing.
Yeah, we're breaking your
Listen,
balls, and it's
yeah.
fun, and people are enjoying it.
Listen, I think that this movie. I'm going Wednesday night. Then we got.
I'm going to everyone.
Okay,
and for the
so
rest of
we'll all
No,
be there
you're
Wednesday.
not. You guys aren't going Saturday.
I'm
You're
not going
both out of
Saturday.
town.
I'm not going
Out
Saturday.
of town
too.
gigging, Joe, making more money so we can make another
I
fucking
know.
film.
I just said you're not going to be
Jesus,
at every
with the
one.
guilt. With the guilt.
So then Sunday is the.
He's
Will you
really
stop
upset. Joe,
throwing?
you're better than this, Joe.
Can you stop throwing lint? Angry.
I'm annoyed because I want to talk about the premiere and how great it
I'm
was.
talking about it.
Joe.
No, the thing I was
you're-
I'm
at.
gonna lead you up to that.
Joe, you're better than this. The old Joe DeRosa took the bait.
I'm not better than
Don't
this.
give him a pep talk. Let him fucking.
I'm
crash
I'm in a
and burn.
soft.
I'm trying to
I'm in
turn
a
him into
soft
a man.
place right now, Bill. I'm lonely. I'm thinking about buying a dog. I'm in a bad emotional place
And I have
right
no
now.
sympathy for you.
Yeah, I know. Typical. Thank you.
Because you're
So-
trying to use the fact that you're in a bad place right now to get out of this trash
not-
rather than just taking it
I'm
like
taking
a man.
it tragic the whole time. What else do you want me to do?
I want
you want
you
me to sit there and go more?
I want you to stick out your lack of a man chest and just take it.
Go fuck yourself.
All right, Joe. So you're in the theater.
No, let Billy finish. Let Bobby finish.
Your legs are crossed.
So you're in the theater. You're with your friends.
Well, finish what you were saying
Well,
first.
no, we can go to this. You're in the theater. You go there. It's packed. It's sold out. Correct?
The smell of
It was
spring is
sold
in
out.
the air.
You're sold out. You got some friends there. You got some industry on your side there. Correct?
Well, the publicist for the film, Michael O'Brien, was there, and Conan Smith, Bobby, and my manager was there.
Okay.
And some of the reps from the festival were there, and
Right.
they were very enthusiastic about the movie, so that was great.
Right. And you're alone. You know the movie's going up last.
And I had friends there, too. I had
That's
some of
what-
my
yep.
closest friends
Yeah, I
there.
covered
Yeah.
that. So you
Joe, you knew it was going to be like this.
You,
Stop acting surprised. All right, continue.
so you're in the movie.
Opie
it
and Anthony
starts-
is just going to be a war zone on Wednesday. We're all
No.
going into O&A on
No,
Wednesday.
this
It
is
is going to be a
different.
5-way fucking trashing.
it's
Dude, I wouldn't have it any other,
Yeah, I
any
know.
other way.
I know. It's funny.
They're not going to hype the movie. They're going to trash it. That's what they do.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
all they do.
But we don't care because all the movies,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
they're all sold out.
So-
So it's not like we need people to go. All the shows, are
Except
sold
for
out.
Thursday, but
Yeah, who gives a shit?
What's one? You know.
So you're in the movie.
You know who
It's-
gives a shit? We give a shit, Bobby. Why are you reverse selling this movie?
I was reverse saying it in my
Bobby
own head.
is
This
no
is the
longer in
answer-
charge of advertising for this
This
short
is the
film.
answer
You've
that
been
I was
removed.
I wanted to give Bill earlier. Was
I
he
am the
said-
one who set up the Twitter and the Facebook and the website and all that. And you
No,
guys,
you didn't. No, you didn't. Joe did.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe did everything.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Did
you're right.
everything.
That's not what I
I'm
meant
just
when I
showing the
said
movie
that.
to every famous person I can meet out in L.A.
That's
and they're all
not
saying
what
it's
I
great,
meant
but,
when I said that. I
but
meant going to the premiere.
The real work. The real work.
Ah, Joe, it's so funny. He, wow. You just have a little board you can push buttons, and he has that shit-eating really Burr smile, and you just fall into it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You
No,
really,
well,
you really
in all
think
fairness,
what-
because we've had
Joe,
real fights about this stuff, so I don't want to. I don't want to reopen. I didn't want it to
Oh,
sound like I was
well,
reopening.
Joe,
it.
way
Joe,
to make it real, Joe.
Joe, yeah, you're the only one
Jesus
taking. You're the
Christ.
only one taking this seriously, Joe.
What
We're
the
just fucking
fuck?
around. You should just say, "I know I'm an arrogant cunt," and then you could have just fucking told the story.
Yeah.
I'm not arrogant.
No, you are a cunt.
You asked me a
You
question,
are a
you
cunt.
jumped
No,
on me.
what you do is you just, when someone starts trashing you, you just agree with it. Bill, look at your big fucking pumpkin head. I know, it's awful. I can't wait till Halloween.
All right,
Whatever.
all right.
It's over.
Bob, look at your fat stomach. I know it's awful. I can't sleep on my belly. I have to sleep
you
on
can't
my
sleep.
s-
You
What?
can't sleep on your belly?
No, I'm like the elephant man.
Your
I-
legs in the air?
I have to sleep on my side with my hands on the thing of Tums at all times.
Oh, see, that's over.
Boom, it's done.
It's done. There you go. Joe, we're trying to help you here.
Oh, Bobby.
Oh, Bob, nothing. You're the same way.
No, I'm not. No, I'm absolutely not. Stop dragging me into your physical
No,
hell.
he doesn't take the hit. He just
not-
makes
You know
it.
what?
He's
But
just-
Joe's body, if Will Ferrell fucked Chevy Chase.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
There you go. Now it's over.
It's
All
over.
right.
So, Joe, you're in the movie theater. You got a big bowl of Jacks, stuffing them into your pie hole, yet somehow
What are
not getting fat.
Jacks?
Those fucking awful cheese puffs. If you take Cheetos, if you made Cheetos obese,
All right.
those are Jacks.
So what you asked me earlier was I nervous? And what I was going to say was I wasn't nervous. I was excited in a way that I usually am not about a big or pressuresome stand-up show, because I actually felt relieved that I had no control over it. I was like, there was a certain release in just
that's
going.
Interesting. Yep.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so the lights go down, Joe.
Lights go down. First two movies out of the gate looked like they were shot by Tarantino, and I'm like, oh fuck.
God,
really?
Here
I would have
we go.
crawled out of the theater going, oh Jesus, I was just gonna suck.
Here we go. Third and fourth, all the movies were great.
But they weren't all comedies. Those.
No,
Yeah.
well, here's the thing. Third and fourth movies were great too, and up until this, and then the fifth movie was insane. It was this movie called Brink, and I was just like, this kid paid for real special effects. And I'm talking.
Oh, that
real,
was the one you were like, this thing's definitely going to be turned into
yeah.
a
And I don't
feature.
want to blow up his spot. I don't want to talk about it, but it was like he had like literally fucking Michael Bay special effects going on this thing, and I was like, oh man, we're done.
Yeah.
We're fucking done. None of this has been
Really?
comedic. These guys, oh Jesus. And then the sixth movie was dramatic too. And then finally the seventh movie was this little sort of documentary thing that this kid did about his grandfather that was really charming and funny. Yeah. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. And then the seventh movie,
The eighth.
that was the sixth movie. Then the seventh movie was a comedy with this kid named Carmine something in it, who's fucking great. This kid's got sitcom written all over him. He knows who you guys are. I used to do comedy and stuff, I guess. So
I don't want to
then
hear about other people's successes. Go
people
ahead.
were really laughing at that point. And then
So
I
now
was
you're
like,
nervous.
Now I'm nervous for a different reason, because now I'm like, well, fuck, I hope we get as many laughs as these two did.
Yeah, we
Right.
can close the
Because-
festival on a fucking wah-wah.
Yeah, because our movie is like, there's a little scumbagginess to our film. You know what I mean?
A little.
Yeah. So then it comes on, and from the jump, laughs. Fucking, it killed. It was great. Crescendoed all the way up to the end. Got a nice applause break. It was fucking great.
Did you at any point did you have to wait to the end to be able to relax, or was it one point where you're like, all right, they're on the ride, this is going to go good?
No, literally once it got rolling, within like the first 5 minutes, there were enough laughs that I started laughing and like actually enjoyed watching it for the first time ever. Probably
He told me, he goes, I was ear to ear smile, and I could just picture Joe wide-eyed looking around a theater as the director.
Dude, I would have
Yeah.
freaked because I've never
exciting.
because I've never obviously I've never if you look at my IMDb page,
You didn't go to,
definitely
you didn't go to the premiere of the movie, that movie you
Date
were in?
Night?
No, the other guys.
the other guys.
Date
Date
Night. Yeah,
Night,
Date
yeah.
night, yeah.
Date
No,
Night. You didn't go?
no, I had a gig in like Sheboygan.
Such a fucking comic. Jesus, I was in Good Luck Chuck one scene. I was on the red carpet taking interviews.
No, but I didn't get to go to premiere. They had a thing where all the cast and crew, everybody there. And I was really bummed, but it was just, dude, it's like they tell you like 6 days before, and I had like sold out shows. So now I can't tell everybody to go fuck themselves that book tickets to my show. So
Right.
I mean, this is probably dumb, but I always just hold on to the fact if somebody really liked what I did, they're gonna try and get me, which is really stupid because you have to do something that they like and then get in their face. And here's my card, and remember me, and I'll send you a fruit basket. And yeah, that's the part of the business I'm getting much better at.
It's hard.
I'm becoming a really good schmoozer.
When I went to
It's
Good
hard.
Luck Chuck, I did that small scene at the airport at the end. I looked over. Eddie Murphy was at the premiere. I looked over at my scene, and he laughed. I heard that dumb Eddie Murphy laugh.
That's fucking great.
Made me. I was like, fucking Eddie Murphy.
Was Good Luck Chuck the one where Dane was in the beginning in the bar and he said that unbelievable mean shit to that girl?
No.
What was that one?
That was my best friend's girl. Same.
Yeah, I saw
same-
that, dude. That
same
was
type of
fucking
movie.
funny.
Yeah.
It's an exciting thing, man. I was, to be honest with you,
So when you walked out, were people fucking?
Well, he gets to go up after the showing, and they ask him questions.
Oh, that's why he thinks he
See
did
that
everything.
setup? See, I fucking hooked you up, Joe, so you could talk about your little story. You see that? You fucking
that was good. That was
cocksucker.
good.
I wanted to, for the listeners, I wanted to buy Joe one of those director outfits from like the 1920s where you have like those jockey pants, and then I'm going on a safari director hat, and then,
A megaphone.
yeah, that big and action.
And a long cigarette holder.
Oh yeah,
No, I got to be honest. I'm not saying this to be sappy or blow smoke up the two of your asses, but the feeling I felt most was proud of you guys, like watching your scenes and watching them kill. as hard
that
as they
kind
did.
Of emotion is not allowed on this podcast.
Yeah, I know. I was actually that really was my best feeling. I was like proud of my friends watching them kill it. I was like, this is fucking
All
awesome.
right, Joe, this is how much of a sports maniac I am. I was working Royal Oak, Michigan, not bragging, and I got off stage, and I knew that the premiere was that night, and I also knew that the Bruins and the Canadians were in overtime, and I got a text from you that said the movie fucking killed. But I didn't get any text from Bruins fans, so I was thinking, "Oh fuck, did we lose?" And I actually called my Bruins friends.
Oh, well, yeah, your
first.
priorities are in order, Bill. That's good.
No, but I knew that if you said the movie bombed, I probably still wouldn't have called you. I just hate the Canadians, man. We just can't lose to those guys. So, Game 6 was last night. Oh fuck, what if they tied it up by the time this comes out?
Still devastated from when the lights went out fucking 15 years ago, 16 years ago against the Canadians. Remember when the lights went out in the Garden?
Oh yeah, but we ended up losing the series anyway.
Yeah, but we were winning the series. We were, and the momentum shifted after someone pulled the plugs on the old Garden.
Oh no, you know what? That period of time, that's when I was doing so much.
Hang on one
stand-up.
second. Earmuffs. We're talking sports, Joe. Go ahead.
That was the moment when I was doing so much.
I should have earmuffed that joke.
There was.
I wish I had one for that one.
Well, Bill laughed at mine a little bit. There was a little smirk. He got nothing on yours. Nothing. Just a stone face.
Bobby?
I don't like that he had to fucking tell the audience because it's radio.
Yeah,
that he
I had to tell the audience. Yes,
where
I
do you
did.
get that accent from? You don't prounce whatever those vowels are.
I can't certain words I say weird, and then I can't say philanthropist, and there's another one I can't say. Too.
That's okay.
Say
We went
Phil.
Phil?
Lampert.
We went to get
you're in.
pizza the other
I can't
day.
say it. Philanthropist.
you're
I
in
can't
it too.
say it.
We went to get
You're in
pizza.
Say
it
it,
too.
Joe. You're smart.
Philanthropist.
No.
Kind of fucked it
Oh,
up.
a philanthropist. There's an H after the T or whatever,
All right,
right?
so all three of us fucked it up. So there you go. Move
Yeah, but
on,
So the
Bill.
three of us made a movie, everybody.
Three idiots.
Bobby puts R's on words where they don't belong and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's called the
do you do
Boston
that?
accent, stupid.
Yeah, pizza idea.
I know. The other day, we went to get pizza, and he goes, you ready to get this pizza? And I go, that's the first time you've ever said that word correctly ever since I've known you, literally ever.
I like how you guys have sort of a little food bond. You guys live near each other.
Yeah,
This
we
is-
are
this is
foodies.
like-
Yeah, but I'm like the
We
guy
are.
that can
You're
handle
not
his
foodies.
drugs.
You're like junkies.
I'm the
Joe,
guy.
junk foodies.
I'm the guy that can maintain
You're
a job.
not
and
in
keep it
shape,
together.
though. You're a mess
Let
physically.
me wait a second. Listen, this thing about Joe.
He
Joe
stinks physical.
is in horrific shape, but he's 6'3".
Yeah.
So it's okay. This thing about Joe. Joe is going to be one of those tall, fat guys when he's 40.
He is now.
He's going to be.
No,
he's
I'm not.
gonna-
He's fat now.
he's gonna
Joe,
be a tick-
Bob,
what is that?
Bob,
that's fat.
the only fat on my body is
You're
that.
laying on your back and you still got a.
Oh, look,
Jesus.
don't suck it
That's
in.
the only fat. I'm not sucking
Pick up your
anything
Joe,
else.
shirt.
jump
Pick up
up
your
and
shirt.
down.
You're gonna
Joe.
tell me
jump
that-
up and down. Let's
Jump
see
up
it,
and down.
Joe.
You're tell me
See your
that
tits.
that counts as being
All right,
fat.
let me ask you a question. So you feel good. Let me take a picture of you without a shirt and
No,
twit it.
no.
Exactly. If you were in
I'm not saying I look good. I'm saying this gut doesn't mean I'm fat.
no, I'm saying you don't look good.
That's not
So
fat.
we agree.
Joe,
You
first of
don't
all,
look
you
good.
were sucking it in a little bit.
No, Bill. No, I'm not. I'm not
Jump up
sucking
and
it at
down.
all.
Jump up and down.
No,
Exactly.
it's not exactly. I'm not jumping up and down.
Watch it wiggle.
See
it
it
jiggle.
Yeah, it'll wiggle.
Smooth and creamy.
It'll wiggle.
Jello, brand gelatin.
It'll
all the
wiggle.
douches
I am
and tell
out
the
of
jokes
shape.
around
I am
town.
out of shape.
You've
I'm
never
not
been in
fat.
shape.
I'm out of shape. I know that's my bit. Actually, I'm out of.
never been
No.
in shape.
Yeah, I know.
Joe, I'm
I
gonna
do a
tell-
joke about
Joe,
it.
I'm
Yes,
gonna tell you
I know.
what the problem
Just
is.
take the hit, Joe.
I am
He can't
out of shape.
take a
I'm
hit.
not fat
Joe, I'm
though.
gonna tell
There's
you,
a
Joe,
difference.
I'll tell you
He
I'm
can't
going to tell you
take a
why,
hit.
Joe.
Don't tip my.
shit.
Oh, that would have been great.
I'm going to tell you why, Joe. This is the thing. Most guys who are out of shape the way you are, at some point in their life, they were in shape and they did some push-ups. So they still got some shoulders, some
Yes.
chest going on, and then they
Yes.
got this beer belly. Your shit is just like your chest and your stomach it's just straight. It's straight down and it's all just jiggly.
Right.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing is ever.
Yeah,
been
I'm out
there.
of shape.
No, you've never been in
I'm not
shape.
fat.
No, you look
You
like
are
you look
A-shape.
like you look like a female dog that just had a giant litter and it's been nursing.
I was trying to do that with the. I was trying to say that with the mummy, but that was much better.
There you
Thank
go.
you for punching up my
But
joke.
again, out of shape, not fat. Fat
No.
is fat. I'm not a fat guy. You would never in a
No.
million years look at me and go, he's fat. Ever. Ever.
You would say
That's
gross.
insane.
Listen, Joe, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably clinically obese.
Nah.
Clinically obese, Joe, is just 25 pounds over fucking weight,
Bill,
essentially.
there's no way I'm 25 pounds
Joe,
overweight, Bill.
Joe, but the thing is,
At
you
the
don't,
most, 10. At
you
the
don't have
most.
any muscle. That is all fat. Bobby has muscle.
Boom. Underneath
Look
the
at
fat.
that. Bobby,
I got muscle
Bobby
in my
has.
arms.
No, you don't.
You have a muscle that allows you to hold that mic.
You have the original muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I just disagree.
Bobby, you know what? I don't think Joe's enjoying himself.
Nah, you know what it is?
No, I'm
I
not.
think it's because
come on, Joe.
it's because it's two of them. If it was just you or just me, it'd be fine.
Here's
Joe,
what it is. No, this
You
is,
guys,
I'll
you
tell
started
you what it
trashing
is.
me for
I'll tell you what it
conspiracy
is.
Theory. Did I not sit there
I'll
and
tell
take
you what
it?
it is.
am I
Just
taking the
laugh
fat
along?
stuff? Yes.
I'll
Joe,
tell you what
don't
it is.
laugh when people trash you.
No, I do laugh when
That's
people
because
trash
Joe's not
me.
a comic. He's a director.
Okay, all right. Let me finish. I do laugh when people trash me. This is what you guys do,
Dizzy
though.
Gillespie
You guys
cheeks.
take your 10-plus years more time in this business
now it's a
with
resume.
trashing everything.
You know what this is?
And I'm trying to fight
This
against
is-
two guys that are 10 years ahead of me. It's
This
impossible.
is the female comic.
It's not
argument.
female
It's
comic.
Not fair. It's not fair.
It's impossible. You
You're
guys
right.
link
You're
up
right,
and,
Joe.
and
You're
beat
right.
the shit
This
out of me.
This is why he does the alternative rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't bring up the alternative.
I'm just fucking with you,
Joe.
Joe.
I get it, Bill. I don't know what you want me to
God.
do.
All right, you know what? Now it's not even fun.
I know.
anymore.
Let's go
It's not
back.
even Fun. Let's
Let's go back to the film. Let's let him.
No, let's not even go back. Let's just pick a topic that Joe can feel like we like him again.
Oh, fuck you.
Joe,
We're here to talk
that's
about
a
the movie.
joke.
Let's talk about the
I
movie.
know.
That's funny. He's just
Okay,
joking.
what do you want me to? I'm
Joe, what if we order you some donuts?
I'm
Will that be
busting
good?
back. I'm busting back, and you're
That's
getting
funny,
angry
too.
at how I'm busting back.
No, I'm not, Joe, because Bobby, have you been upset at all during this podcast?
No, I
have
think
you
it's-
truly been?
I'm
I'm annoyed.
truly
This is why
dislike-
I'm annoyed.
Shut your face.
No,
You
I'm
truly-
not shutting my face.
truly dislike
I'm
Joe?
annoyed
No, I
because
love Joe is one of my best friends.
You constantly talk over me. When we do uninformed, we do this. Every time I'm
Oh,
talking,
my style.
when and in a conversation, I'm talking and you just barrel in with whatever you want to say. It's fucking irritating.
And then you trash me
and you're
for it, and I
asking me
laugh.
a question about the movie, and I'm trying to answer it so people can hear about the movie. And you're too busy going, Joe, you said this. And it's
Pull
like,
the
dude,
mic away, Joe.
Shut it down for 2 seconds and just let me talk and
How-
talk about the fucking movie experience.
Yeah, I'm in a rag fest.
How
It's
was
not a rag fest. It's just
how
fucking
was
irritating.
how was the
Jesus,
questions
Joe.
at the end of the movie?
I think he's really mad.
How Joe? How,
Yes.
How was the questions at the end of the
They
movie?
were great. They were great. It was a fucking wonderful experience. The entire experience was.
What was one of the
best night
questions
my
that
life.
you were asked?
Why are the other two guys not here?
Because we have to pay the bills. We have careers.
No, I asked.
Because I did all the work. Joe's not having fun.
So
Let's get back in the mood.
so no, really, what happened? Did you announce us or did you just take all the credit?
I didn't announce you because you weren't there, but I said our movie and what we wanted to do. And,
Did you say
know,
who we were?
Like
Robert Kelly and Bill Burr.
I don't
Joe,
remember.
have to,
just
I don't
for the
remember.
record,
I announced
Joe.
Andres.
just
I
for the-
announced Andres because he was there. I was
Just
like,
for the record, I don't give
but they
a
didn't
shit.
ask me. I know, but
If
it
you didn't
wasn't.
bring me up, I don't care. I wasn't.
It wasn't
that doesn't bother me.
individual. It wasn't individual. It wasn't like one person stood up and said, "Hey, Joe." What? It wasn't like that. It was like
Who-
somebody asked a question, they passed the mic down, and everybody had to answer it.
So you had to answer one question, everybody, the same question.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
did that with like 2 or 3 questions.
that's the level we're at. With there's 5 directors and there's only one microphone. Is that the level we're at?
It was just that everybody that asked a question said, "This is for everybody. I want to know."
Did you get asked any individual questions?
No, nobody did. Everybody
Nobody.
that asked a question said, "I want to ask this to everybody." Right?
Can I ask questions when I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I will announce you when you are there.
So at the end of it,
No, it was great being like all the directors being like, the movie. We were saying this about New York, and this was our connection to New York, and it was about the soul and all that stuff. And then when it finally got to me, going, our movie has absolutely no morals or message, and
then people ended up liking the honesty of it.
they loved it. Everybody, the most frequent compliment I received at the party after was, "We loved how candid your movie was. It was really honest." I think even the word "brave" might have been thrown out at some point.
well, that's where you.
I think that's like sort of a. I don't know. That might be a backhanded compliment. That's
Yeah.
pretty brave putting
Yeah.
something like that out there. 'cause,
Yeah, that's
No,
like
they
when
didn't
the
say it
book.
like that.
In
Oh,
the
they
book,
didn't,
it was
okay.
like, no, I could never imagine doing this, but they're very talented.
By the way, people, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast ever before, but the book has been the movie has now morphed into a book, and a lot of people are asking, how can we go see this movie? There's going to be 2 ways. One, if we end up getting into other film festivals, which I think will happen because we got
It's happening now.
this credit. So, but it obviously won't be in every state. But, however, this movie has now turned into a book.
Right.
So we're writing a book, and when the book comes out sometime the beginning of next year, I'm guessing, or so.
About that.
The movie itself will be available with the purchase of the book. So look at us, guys. We made a movie. Now we're writing a book. You know, we should all be having a good time here breaking balls. You know?
Well,
do you know what Joe? Do you know what Joe did to me the other night? This is what kind of a host Joe is. I'm laying here. Look at me. I've dropped some weight. You can tell. You know.
Yeah.
Financially, things aren't working out for me right now. You know. And
Don't say that.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh,
so I'm laying on the couch. You know, fucking the time of night when you have dinner comes around. You know, there was nothing. Right. And I go to get up and say I got to go do my spots. This guy pulls out like a fucking grade A goddamn steak and starts frying it up.
Yep.
Giant thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't ask. Nothing.
Nope.
Like, hey, Bill, you want some? Nothing.
No,
I
had one steak. It's not bad enough that I got to watch him loaf on this fucking couch for 3 days. I'm not feeding him,
Oh,
too.
Joe. Oh, Joe. Don't open this Pandora's box.
I'm opening it.
You're opening it, Joe?
Yeah, I get it.
Joe.
I know who I'm renting from. I'm well aware.
Yeah, you're renting $80 a month to live in fucking Manhattan, you motherfucker.
Yeah, and you got a tenant that treats this place like a goddamn
Immaculate.
diamond
I
palace.
got to give Joe a compliment. Yeah, of course I do. Before he starts crying again, is the fact that he is such a fucking neat freak.
Unbelievable tenant.
Yeah, anybody who has any sort of financial head says evict this fucking loser out of this place and charge. Wait, Joe, they don't say that.
I know. I'm
Jesus.
joking, Bill.
Well, I can't tell. Your eyebrows are so far down, covering your eyes.
Christ.
That's nice. All right. So
I know.
anyways,
I would go as far as say I'm doing you a favor, Bill.
No, it works out.
It does.
It
I
does
would
work
love
out.
to steal Joe as a tenant. If
doing
I
you
ever
more of a
sublet my
favor.
place, I'm lowering my rent $500 less than what you're paying
If you
him.
ever sublet your place, I'll pay you $1,000 more a month than I'm paying Burke, and I'm coming right over.
Deal.
Oh, I love that. And you know, the day his body, where the joints don't work, has to walk down your spiral staircase, and he takes a header and then sues you because he's a clumsy fuck, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
There's an elevator, Joe. You can just go out the front door and take the elevator down.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, Joe, I think you should follow through with that threat.
No, it's real, you cocksucker. You can't move in.
Really?
I'm not going anywhere.
Joe, do you think you're the only fucking neurotic douchebag in Manhattan that wipes up every
Yeah,
5
we're
seconds?
actually in Hell's. We're in Hell's
Here it is,
Kitchen.
folks.
There's
Is
around
this it? Is
a million gay guys around here. You could just swip in here and it'd be the same thing.
Exactly.
All right. Swip him in. Is this the end
Yeah,
of the
Joe,
stay in the
it's,
Bill Burr apartment?
it's really not that big a deal.
Huh?
Yeah, renting out a fucking apartment is not that big a deal.
Okay.
Well,
All
no,
right.
no, no, no.
I remember
I
a
actually
time when
stopped.
I was going to move, and you asked me to. You begged
Can
me
I
to
just
stay.
say something?
No, I didn't.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
you
whoa,
did.
whoa! Before
No,
we
I
get down
didn't.
this
You
road,
absolutely did.
No, I didn't.
Bill,
I
Joe.
said, Joe, if you want
Whoa.
to take it this far, take it this far. But I think you're going to regret it, and I'll end up regretting it because it's working out for both of us. I didn't beg you.
Listen.
That's how your ego fucking read it, I'm sure.
listen.
Oh, who's
It's
getting
not
upset
that
now?
easy
Huh?
to
Who's
Who's
sublet.
getting upset now?
No. But, Joe, this is the thing.
He's brought some
You're-
real
you're-
shit up.
Well, he was
Yeah,
bringing
he
real
keeps-
shit up
he-
earlier.
he keeps
going
bringing
your ego. He thinks that in real life.
He
The
keeps-
ego
he
shit.
keeps-
He means
yeah.
that when he says it. So I'm fucking it. We're getting real.
Joe,
I
the
got
only,
real
pe-
too.
the only
I feel like
person
the kid in the back
who's,
seat right now
who's
while
been
mommy
like
and daddy
arguments,
fight.
it keeps going. It's you. I have like me and Bobby are getting along great here.
Okay, good.
We're getting
You're right.
great over. You know what?
Good.
Switch mics. I think it's the red. He's got the red one.
Yeah, I
Switch
think
mics. Now you
is
got
that
the happy mic.
That's a happy mic.
Now let's see
Dude,
if we can get Bobby
Look
mad.
at he
You
got
got
happy.
Yeah, look at his
you
eyebrows
got
are
real
up.
with shit. You got real with a slam, so I got real too. Why can't we?
Joe, I was fucking around.
Look, guys. Joe,
See, Joe, you see the joke? I was fucking around, and then you
forget. Let this
took
go.
it as
This
real.
is too
Every
fun.
time you say something real, you go, "I'm just fucking around." But when I say it and I go, "I was just fucking around," then that doesn't count. What kind of fucking system is this that we've worked out here?
All right, Joe.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's me.
No, it is. It is.
It's
Joe
great.
DeRosa, everybody.
It's
Joe
great.
DeRosa
I
on
love-
the Monday
it's
Morning
great radio.
Podcast.
Oh, yeah,
This
it's
is great.
fantastic.
It is good, Joe. Joe, don't end on a cunt note.
I'm
I gotta
not.
wrap
Can
this
we
up.
just promote
I gotta-
the fucking movie?
We have been, Joe.
And-
These arguments have been promoting it.
We have a movie this week.
They fucking
In the festival.
Dude, this isn't like a live radio show. It's like they at this point, if they haven't shut this fucking thing off, they've listened to it right on
I
through.
tried to go to your website and do it, but your page wasn't coming up. By the way, your podcast on the website.
That's
I got your tweet.
amazing. That never happens at my page. Fucking around.
Oh, it does all the time.
I when it comes to internet shit,
Really?
whenever I ask Joe, hey, Joe, I downloaded the exact same thing you downloaded. I always do something wrong. And then Joe will be like, yeah, this is kind of a weird... I could have the exact same computer as Joe, download from the exact same site, click the same button, and somewhere in it, I do something. Every time I call, what's his face, Kurt?
Yeah.
He's just always goes, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know why that's happening. So, it's me.
Yeah, I tried.
It's me. So whatever.
I'm going to be.
It's on iTunes. Did you wait? Did you go to?
I went to iTunes. It wasn't up yet.
Did you go to BillBird.com?
I went to Billbird
podcast.
I went to that.
You went to that. How long ago?
It didn't come up. Right when you tweeted it this morning. Right.
Oh yeah, no. It takes a second for it to come up. That's what I should do. See, what happens is I upload it and then say it's there.
Very
I should
excited.
wait.
Woo!
Oh, I get thrilled with myself.
Yeah.
I rub my ball bag, and then I tweet. How you doing, Joe? How you doing with the happy mic over there? I think he's over it. I think Joe's over it.
Can I just say about that apartment stuff? I know we got to wrap up, but you can't really sublet easy in this neighborhood. A friend of mine just subletted to somebody, and there's these gypsies that are going around now. They go in, they sublet, and then they extort you. They won't leave, and the rights are actually on with the tenant.
With the tenant, yeah.
So
you
give them
that's
20.
why I don't rent to gypsies when they show up with their frying pan tied to their belt.
They send in other people that look normal, nice people. And
what do you mean by normal?
White.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm kidding. So you
no, if I were to rent this out again, I would do what I did this time. I would find somebody that I know,
right,
as opposed to risking renting out to a gypsy.
Right.
I just like using the word gypsy.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that factoid in there.
Do the gypsies? You mean the ones those homeless people who live up in Central Park?
No, all the psychic readers, all those people. You ever see the psychics fronts and
with those Sam Kinison scarves tied around their heads?
Yeah. They go in at $20,000 to get them out of the fucking apartment. And
I do that.
And you have to pay rent. They don't pay the rent.
I think
so you have to pay the rent too.
We'll just turn it into our next movie.
Really? Nice.
No, you know what I would do? I would just because I have keys to the place here. I would just come in and I would put a little bit of cyanide in all their food.
You kill them?
Yeah, and they didn't have that almond aftertaste, and then they die. And they're gypsies, so no, they don't have any family.
You have to see that movie.
I just drop them in the fucking Hudson.
There's the movie called Super with what's his name, Rainn Wilson.
It looks creepy, man.
It is fucking great.
Yeah,
I want to see that. I want to see the
so
great.
It's
really dark, man.
Dude, it's dark. Like he goes, you know, when they do these superhero movies where the guy makes his own thing and goes and fights crime and, you know, kind of beats a guy up or something. No, this guy goes over. Guy cuts him in line at the movies. He butts in. He's like, you can't do that.
Right.
He's like, what the fuck are you going to do? What's your problem? Like, he just goes and puts his outfit on, and his weapon is a plumber's wrench that he painted red. He goes back, cracks the guy in the fucking head, splits his head open.
Wow.
Then his wife goes, what are you doing? And then fucking cracks her in the fucking head. It was brilliant.
Dude, that's why you don't fuck with people. I know it's just a movie.
Especially in a red outfit with a plumber's wrench.
I remember one time they had this they picked this dude up who was wanted for a double homicide, and like he did the shit. He killed a husband and a wife in like fucking Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And they found him down here in New York. You know what he was doing? He was handing out those flyers for the double-decker bus tours.
Ugh.
And that's like a guy you'd fuck with. You know, and if you got into an argument, yeah, handing out your fucking flyers, get a real job. And this guy committed a double murder.
What about that guy on the subway that just started killing people? Killed his girlfriend's mom. Then he was on the train. This guy...
Well, he just started slashing people.
Walks up to a guy. He goes, I'm going to kill you. He had a big butcher's knife. Walked up to this big bald guy. He's like, I'm going to kill you. You're going to die today. This guy had to fight him. Wound up doing some UFC moves, like holding him.
Oh, I heard about that.
And then the cops came and grabbed him, but the guy, you know, his whole fucking head was sliced up from this guy.
You know what's sad about that is the amount of slices that you have to take as a normal person because you're not used to that confrontation.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what? Why are you going to try to kill me? And you'd be like, ow, ow. Like at least 3 before. Like that's how I would be. Like I would be one of the easiest people.
Before you fought back, you'd take a couple of slices.
Oh, yeah. I would already be woozy, and that would be the first time my freckled arm would come out to try and stop something.
It's getting cut with a knife, though. You don't feel it. You don't feel the slices.
Oh, I felt it this morning.
Did you cut yourself?
Yeah, really bad.
You don't really feel
you
it.
know what?
It's visual. Once you see it, then you feel it.
No, I felt it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're really not supposed to feel it because it's so
It was
so
a
sharp.
bread knife.
Oh,
it had that
serrated?
yeah.
Oh,
and all I thought about was when those terrorists saw somebody's head off when they're alive.
That's the worst.
I would just literally be going.
Norton's always trying to get me to watch those videos.
I would just be going
shit.
faster. That's what I would. Hurry! Oh yeah. No. Why would you watch that? Why would you put that in there?
I know, it's
It's
terrible.
awful.
So now that we've told horrific stories about New York, come on into the Tribeca Film Festival.
This week, Joe.
We have the podcast. Come on, Joe.
All week, baby. We're there all
Sunday
week.
we're going to be there. Actually,
gonna
it's
be
sold
there.
out, but you can come down and hang out. There's going to be a
No,
little party.
No. Don't invite strangers out to our rap party.
Why not?
Because first of all, we haven't set one up.
No shit. I'm fucking promoting it.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk.
You know how many comics are
then I'm
famous
gonna-
right now
I'm gonna
because of
get-
this hype?
And I'm going to get a ton of emails going, where is this party?
Yeah.
And then when I don't respond because there isn't one, they're going to be like,
They're going to think you
fucking arrogant douche.
No, they're not. They're going to think you're too busy and you get stuff going on.
I want to
to
spend time with the people I care about at this party. You know, believe it or not, I love you guys very much. I want to spend time talking to you guys at this party. I don't want to talk to some kid. So what was it like working with Colin? I don't fucking. What are you doing?
Yeah, I get that, but don't trash the audience that's coming.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean, Jesus.
No, I love them. Listen all you want to the podcast.
Oh, you're one of those people. Oh, yeah. You don't want to interact. This is actually interesting because this will be the last segment. This whole new phase in entertainment. We're back in the day when we were growing up. I don't know about you, Joe. You're kind of like on the fence there, where you were half the old school, half the fucking new school. You know, when we went to go see a fucking show, stand-up show, rock show, whatever, the act just did their act, and then that was it. You didn't get to meet him unless you were some whore who
Once
was
in a
willing
while,
to blow somebody. Then
Once
you
in a
could
while,
actually meet
you'd
him.
hang out. Yeah, I remember I hung out at a couple hotels. I met Deep Purple. You know what I mean? You'd do that crazy shit where you'd hang out and they'd walk by. You'd get a glimpse, maybe. It was fucking crazy. Now it's just
Yeah, now I get like emails from. I got an email from somebody who was like, you should remove that contact bill off of your website because I've sent you, X amount of emails and you never got back to me. And it's just like, dude, I got to write back fucking everybody.
Well,
I don't have I wouldn't have time to fucking make another podcast.
I love meeting people after shows. I love shaking hands. If
Trying
anybody
to bang a couple of whores.
Yeah,
not me. I don't like banging
If anybody-
whores after shows.
But if you know what I mean, if anybody gives a shit about what I'm doing to the point where they want to meet me, I'm fucking flattered. That's beautiful. What I'm saying though is what I don't want to do is open every event in my life to anybody that wants to come into it. That's what I'm saying.
There's no winning though. I mean, the social media, it's not. We use it to promote shit, but it's not. I mean, you can't. It's a lose-lose. I'm promoting my shows. Now you promote. What is that? All you do is promote your shows. If you say something funny, that's not funny. There's no. You're gonna.
No, I don't read any of those.
You're gonna take a hit wherever the fuck you go. You got thousands
That's why I kind
of
of
people.
like the internet because it's hilarious. You're just basically sticking yourself on a dunking stool. But it happens to
exactly,
them too.
exactly.
If regular people put up a YouTube video.
Well, they're
you know?
anonymous. They're anonymous. These assholes can say whatever they want. They're fucking anonymous. You'll never know who they are, and they can just fucking trash you. You trash them, then you look like a fucking asshole to some people. It sucks. I kind of like back in the day where you did your shit. You didn't have to fucking be out there. And if fans wanted to be your fans, they had to fucking try. They had to try. Write a letter. Join a club. Show up and wait in front of a fucking hotel for 3 hours. Now any asshole can just follow you on Twitter and maybe go to your fucking show.
You know what's great though? Is
I don't want to know
they
that
can trash you and then everybody else can read it, so it doesn't even matter if you fucking respond.
You don't read any of your responses?
If I put up like a sports thing or something occasionally? No, I shouldn't say I don't read any. This is what I do. Like I'll Twitter something,
right?
And then like occasionally I will look. Like I don't look I used to fucking Twitter stuff and then just sit there reading all the shit to just see is it going good? Is it? And I just was like, this is fucking stupid.
But they get mad at you if you don't respond too.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
There's no win.
There's not.
Back in the day, you got a fan mail. And they had to lick an envelope and put a fucking stamp on it and never know if you got it.
I tell a story. I'm doing a bit of my act about a story about a guy sending me hate mail on Facebook, and about that's why I hate Facebook so much. Because in the 90s, if you wanted to send hate mail, it took effort. You had to go buy an envelope and shit and write a letter And halfway through it, you'd be like, am I even pissed about this anymore? I don't fucking care, but it took commitment. Now, literally from your phone in the middle of a board meeting at work, as you're going, yeah, boss, yeah, you fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, but everything's moved up. Back in the day, for us to actually do a fucking radio show,
Right.
we'd have to actually get hired to do one.
Yeah.
Now I can just buy this shit at Guitar Center.
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's good
this
and
is
bad.
fucking international.
Yeah, if we were doing this show
Global. People
Let's
can
talk two people in fucking Ireland.
No, but I'm saying is the potential. The potential of it.
the potentials.
Is that people there? Yeah, no.
But
no, I was by no
Vinny,
means.
I love your podcast. It's fucking two jerk-offs
this
drinking
was-
Guinness.
If this was
One of us, you know.
if we were doing this in the 80s, we'd be breaking right now to play our mandatory spin of Too Shy.
But here it is.
You know what I mean? It was like, you got to
no,
do
we would
this.
be
You
on
got to play
college
this.
radio.
But here it is, though, is
Yeah.
that, some guy tweeted me last week. I'm unfollowing you right now. I followed you to unfollow. Fucking, who gives a shit, dude?
You do.
Yeah, but here's
Because you're bringing it up.
exactly.
He got
I
you.
care because it's like you're such a fucking loser that you, the average fucking psycho, 99% of
Please
the
tell me
people
you
that
didn't
follow
respond.
you, no, of course not. 99% of the people that follow you are fucking your fans and cool people. But that 1% are these fucking lunatics, man. Scary, fucking crazy sociopaths.
You got to take it, Bob.
You know you don't. You can have your own app, which I'm hopefully someday I can
Wait,
just
let's hype
fucking
it. Let's
put 'em
hype it.
all
Bobby Kelly has his. I heard this thing's the shit.
on the fucking app, dude. You just put
Fucking
shit out there.
dude, they got the fucking app, dude.
I want fucking Billy
Dude.
Burr to have his own
If
app.
I'm gonna be at the Funny Bone in Kentucky, boom,
Boom.
fucking type it in.
Look at that, it pops
bang.
up.
Let me see.
100 miles. Look at that right there. I'd be great if you just hucked my phone.
Robert
out your
Kelly
window.
near you. I would never do that. Robert Kelly will be performing at PBA Union, New Jersey fundraiser on May 5th, 2011.
Yep.
Okay?
Well,
okay.
Actually, I'm going to be in Portland this weekend, but
Dude, your app is fucking awesome.
yeah, go to the tour dates.
Yeah, it's great.
Where can I go?
It's really good.
No, look at that thing, dude. That's the shit. Well, how come my listeners download this thing?
You go to iTunes. Just go to Apple, Robert Kelly apps, and you can download it. And we're updating it this week.
Tour dates, the Bobcast, your podcast, soundboard,
Podcast
media,
is right up there.
store for your audience to listen to.
Audience,
Ask Bobby. Dude, this thing's fucking awesome.
right?
Ask
And
Bobby.
live updates right there. Click
Ask
on the live
Bobby.
updates.
Well, see, there you go, Bob. Bob is trying to. Hey, did you guys? Speaking of that, shit, this is gonna be the longest podcast ever. Did you guys see that fucking thing in Rolling Stone? They got this creepy fucking article about this girl who just everyone was picking on at fucking school. It sounded like the beginning of like a Carrie movie. So she fucking creates this alter ego on MySpace. It started on MySpace, and she starts taking all these fucking sexual goddamn pictures of her. See, all these chicks are like 14. They don't know they're playing with fire.
Right.
She ends up fucking this fucking dude who's like 18, hooks up with her, fucking rapes her.
Jesus.
Dude, it's one of the creepiest. And the whole parents are like, yeah, and then she got raped, and we were like, okay, maybe we need to adjust. Like, our parents were fucking morons. You should have seen the pictures this girl was taking of herself at 14. Like, it was completely.
Jesus.
Calvin Klein would have blushed. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that
No,
make any sense?
because they
to
let
you?
any fucking idiot with a reproduction system make a kid in this fucking world, and
Well,
it's
that's another thing,
disgraceful.
too.
There you go, Joe. Let me hear some hate. Let
It's
me hear some
disgraceful.
hate.
You should have to pass a series of mandatory tests before you're allowed to have a child.
As Joe trashes parents of today, I'm going to grab that. I have to show you the pictures. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, you should. You should have to pass tests before you're allowed to parent a kid. It shouldn't be a right. It should be a privilege. It's fucking despicable. It's fucking despicable. It's just I've seen it. Don't get me started.
Have you ever heard zero tolerance, Joe? I love zero tolerance, Joe.
Yeah, I should have brought something
Back
else
in the
up
day when I used to booze.
that I fucking really wanted to talk about. A comic in Canada got sued
Yeah.
for $15,000 and can't do.
Yeah, I don't
comedy.
want to give
Yeah.
legs to that fucking story
Why?
because it's like
fucking
that
guy
it's,
has
it's,
no
it's,
money.
It's like that guy who
Those are the pictures?
It's
What
like-
are they, pro?
it's like the guy who burned the Koran. It's like, go ahead and let the guy burn the Koran. Just don't cover it. You don't have to cover it. Just don't give the guy any media attention. There could be somebody burning a Koran right across there. I don't fucking know it, and then the psychos
this
don't
guy
know it,
needs-
and then
this
people
guy
don't.
needs-
Here are the pictures. This girl is underage.
I'd fuck her.
Take it. Oh, Jesus,
Sorry, I would
Bobby.
not. I was kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Jesus.
kidding. Come on, you wouldn't think about it.
Jesus Christ. She's 14.
And,
not-
and yeah, like,
I'm not justifying anything. I
think
can't believe she's
I think
14
She
though.
just
Jesus.
became of age, and I'm assuming that those are the.
No, you held a 17-year-old's hand. Why wouldn't you fucking hold her hand?
No, I didn't.
I know.
No, I didn't.
That's right. He got acquitted. I made it go away.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank Billy Bird and his
So
successful
that's her now.
DVD.
That's her now.
Did you ever hate your friends? Did you ever hate their guts? Wait a minute, but who was paying for this? These are like magazine photos. Like, who paid for this photo shoot?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at that one. There's like makeup and...
Yeah, dude, this is professionally done.
Yeah.
Whoever took these photos, and she had to pay for this.
No, but this one here is like a fucking. That's like a.
Dude, this one isn't.
Look at that
dude,
one.
she's on a farm. That's a location. That's
Okay,
she's on a
I gotta be
these
honest
are
with you.
modeling shots.
These are all
man.
located. I bet her mom paid for some of these shots, like modeling shots, where those creepy photographers go, "Yeah, no,
Look,
this is
all I
good."
know, I don't give a fuck how old she is. She's only like 18 years old. They shouldn't be taking fucking photos like that. And where the fuck are your goddamn parents? Really? Did a sexual predator come out of nowhere?
If she's
Probably paying for
Look,
these
if
photos.
she's 18, she's got every right to take pictures. Like, she's legal at 18. The rape stuff is awful, obviously.
but
But,
the
yeah.
story is basically prior to being when she was 14. These are the kinds of pictures she was taking. So maybe what Rolling Stone did is because she has a new website, they published them from that thing. But I'll tell you what's funny is she's got a fucking stalker, okay, maniac. And there's all these people giving her death threats. And they said she had to relocate, and they say where she relocated to. They give the
Christ.
city.
Really?
Yeah, they're fucking idiots.
Jesus Christ.
So
Dude,
whatever.
there's
Yeah,
nothing
check
private
that.
in this world anymore. It's done, dude. It's done.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? You know what's done? We got to wrap up this podcast because we all have diarrhea in the mouth here because this is going to go on for fucking ever. Let's get some. Download the Bobby Kelly app.
Yeah.
And
Robert Kelly. Robert
Kelly.
It's like the whole De Niro thing. You call me Bobby, they call me
that's
Robert.
right. It's
Robert
the same
Kelly.
thing. Same thing. Joe DeRosa.
Joe DeRosa Comedy.com.
Joe DeRosa Comedy.com. Where's your next performance?
I'm at some college in Connecticut on Friday with Anthony Jeselnik. We're doing a Comedy Central tour up there.
There you go.
So,
All right.
Yeah, I can't
There
remember
you go,
this.
Joe. And you know something, Joe? I hope you had a good time. You know we always end up breaking balls. And I think you did a phenomenal job directing and editing. And I think that's a major fucking
acting.
reason why we're in the festival. We're just breaking balls here.
I know. I had fun. And you guys did a
Okay.
wonderful job producing, tremendous acting, writing. We all wrote it.
There we go.
We did.
We're bringing it around.
We
It's
got
fine.
A book deal. We got a
we
book
got a
coming
book
out.
I
deal.
got a little soft
Amazing.
in the middle. I'm going through some things, and you hit some
You know
close
what?
to home.
All right,
I
we
didn't
get
realize-
it.
I
Shut
realize-
up.
No,
I'm kidding.
He wants
I'm
to get
kidding.
a dog. He wants to get a little Yorkshire Terrier. So I'm telling
I'm going, through that. Where am I
we
at
have
in
to
my
talk.
life
We
thing right now?
have to talk about that if you're going to do that. As far as
You want to take my dog, Kelby, so I can get my fucking pit bull?
dude, he's kind of in a weird way.
You want to give me Kelby?
He wants him to die sooner so we can get this fucking goddamn bulldog.
That's the best part about dogs is it's not a lifetime. It's like 14, 16 years max.
I just had a visual going to
Re-up.
Bobby's.
Dude, when my dog dies, I'm going to be a fucking wreck. I am going to
How
be.
old is your dog?
I don't know. It's a rescue. I've never fucking.
As you're rolling the dice.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Could be
I fucking
could be-
love this dog.
Could be 2. It could be 12.
I just
Dude, Joe, I'm telling you, you know what you'll love about having it? You'll come home and there's somebody
Yeah.
who's psyched to see you. They're just happy to see you. They're not racist. They don't have any fucked up opinions. They're just dogs are good
I
people.
got to get something in
They're
my
good
life,
people.
dude. It's too much. It's just going out.
The
and
last,
just
if you
drinking.
hate women,
Why don't we get a
If
donation
you hate
on your-
women, the last thing you want to do is get a cat because that they have the exact same vibe
hate
of a
cats.
beautiful woman. They do. They come to you when they need something, and then they just fucking take off.
Why don't we
gonna
get
get a cat
donations?
and name it
Why don't
Cunt.
we get donations? Why don't we get donations to get Joe a puppy?
I think I'm going to just adopt one, man.
Yeah, go down and rescue. They're fucking free.
Don't
They're
if you're
free
gonna adopt
dogs.
a dog, adopt like a pit bull or something. Don't adopt a silky, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be fucked up.
I'm going to adopt young, though. I'm not going to adopt anything over like a year.
Yeah, get a puppy, but don't get a small. Don't adopt like a small breed.
Let's go
Why?
buy the fucking thing today.
Let's go.
Let's go. And then let's do video on
Let's
it.
go. Let's go adopt a dog today. We'll do
Yeah.
a video. We'll throw it up with the podcast.
Yeah.
Then we'll promote
Oh.
the film right at the end.
This
And
isn't
all
a
of our
snap decision
MySpaces.
if I've ever seen one.
Let's go. Let's get it.
No, Joe. Before you do all that, I got to show you how to crate train a dog because I don't want you going down doing spots and having that thing fucking freaking out, scratching up the door. Although, if you get a little one, what can it really do? A little bit of,
Well, yeah,
little
I
bit
know.
of nail polish. You ought to be able to cover up
don't
those
wanna
They can
scratches.
chew it.
they'll eat the corner of the molding. I had to
Yeah.
I was at a hotel. I came back. All the wallpaper was ripped off underneath the sink.
Yeah, you got to have.
I had to get gum and put it back up.
Yeah, you got to crate train them. in the right way. All right. Well, that's the podcast, the end of the very special edition of the podcast. I want to thank everybody who's been donating to the Monday Morning Podcast, and I'm just going to keep doing these special episodes as a way of paying you guys back for paying me back. It's a goddamn love fest here. That's it. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you next Monday. And go to cheatthefilm.com if you want to watch the movie trailer. And come on out to Tribeca. Thursday night's the last night, tomorrow night, that we actually have tickets to the show. All righty? That's it. Take it easy.